All right, welcome back, everybody, to the ATP Finals, and it's the night match. Zverev versus Shelton. I'm excited for this one. I can't wait to see what happens. I feel like this could be a little bit of a banger. You know, Shelton, Zverev, they have played a bunch, and it's all been Zverev, but you know, Zverev's got a little bit of an injury question over his head because he wasn't looking great in Paris. Don't know how he looks. We'll see how he looks. But also with the court speed, being a little bit quicker. Maybe, Shelton's serve and his game can benefit from that. So I'm excited to see how this one goes. The first match with Alcaraz and Demonor was interesting. First set was close. Second set, not so much. But I don't know. This one just feels like it really could be a close one. And I think that's what we're going to find. I think we're going to find that this week, the matches with Alcaraz and Sinner against everybody else, there's going to be some interesting things. Maybe maybe one of them loses a set. But it feels like the real big matches are the ones that are outside of those guys, right? The ones that are like this match, or like Fritz versus Musetti, or all those kind of matches outside of those guys. This one, I mean, this could be an absolute banger. But before we get started, if you weren't here in the first stream, we are teaming up with Trace again. If you don't know who Trace is the company that we worked with last year at the ATP Finals when we did those. They did those posters, and we've teamed up with them again. So if you want to join in on the fun, I know a bunch of you already have. You still have a couple of hours to claim day one. If you claim every day, you get a chance to win more prizes. There's some really cool prizes. If you want to jump on, there is links in the chat. There should be links in the chat. There was a link in the chat. So sign up. But yeah, so this is going to be interesting. We have seen these guys play 4 times. It's 4 wins to Zverev, all 4 wins. Shelton, unfortunately, hasn't been competitive since their first match in Cincy last year, which went the distance. But Zverev won they played 3 times this year, all on different surfaces, and the closest they've come, or the first is the closest that Shelton has come this year was on a grass court in Stuttgart, which this feels like more. I mean, Cincinnati was 2-2 to Zverev, but Shelton, I think by that time, I mean, he pulls out of the next tournament at the US Open, right? He gets hurt at the US Open. So I think now it's going to be really interesting to see how Shelton can deal with Zverev. You signed up, thank you, Dutchie, appreciate it. We'll go through it in a sec. We'll go through what I'm talking about in a second if you weren't here in the first stream. But we'll just get through the preview first. So yeah, this is going to be interesting, and of course, if we're all assuming that Alcaraz and Sinner are going to win every match in the group, everybody else then is playing for second. So this match, Shelton Zverev, will be a very important match to see who finishes behind Sinner in the Bjorn Borg group. So if Sinner does win every match, top 2 get through. This is going to be one of those matches that is very important for the winner. Auger-Aliassime is also in this group with Sinner, so they play tomorrow. So every win you can get that isn't against, that when you're not playing Sinner is going to be crucial. Assuming that everybody in this group loses the Sinner, right? If they upset Sinner, then other things can happen. Same with the Alcaraz group, right? It's going to be really important for Fritz and Musetti and Demonor to all play each other and who can win those matches to try and at least finish second. Now, some of them could beat Alcaraz, but we're basing that off a Alcaraz sweep and a Sinner sweep, which we all kind of expect because those guys have been unstoppable most of the season. So there you go. Only Zverev to stay is win anyhow. Wait, what? I couldn't read that. Already nervous for tomorrow. Yeah, I tell you, the thing that the schedule is a little bit frustrating is that because they've split the groups on 2 different days, I don't know who's playing on day 3. The winners play each other, I think, but we don't know who those are going to be. So we're not going to know the schedule for day 3 until tomorrow. We will know day 4 schedule because the losers will play each other, I guess. So, but it's a little bit, yeah. After today's play, we usually would know who's playing the next time, but because they're kind of staggered the groups, one match of one group and another match of the other group is on the same day. It's a little bit all over the place. But I'm assuming that the winners play each other and the losers play each other, like in the WTA Finals. I can't remember last year if they did that, but that's what I'm assuming. So the winner of this match will play the winner of tomorrow's match. So it could be the winner of this plays Sinner or whatever. They've got to all play each other anyway. But all right. Let's not assume anything. Well, we're going to. This is this. It feels like this is the Sinner group. He hasn't lost an indoor match for years, or for over a year, right? Indoor tennis, he's on like a huge winning streak. So I don't think we can. It'd be a humongous upset to beat Sinner on indoor courts from anyone except for Alcaraz. I'm confused. They mix 10 groups now, I guess. They mix 10 groups. What? What does that mean? You confuse me. All right, so let's get to... so if you didn't join us in the first stream, we're working with Trace this week. Every day. We're working with them throughout the tournament. And you got to sign up. There's like 3 hours. I think at the end of this match... you can't sign up for day one. And day one is open to go. So this is what you do. You just need to click the link, sign up. It's free, and you can win awesome prizes. You click enter the program, you jump in. I've already done it. And then what you got to do is you go to the tournament, which is Turin, and then you've got to pick who you're going for. 3.5 hours. There you go. 3.5 hours. You got to put your votes in. So you pick who you are rooting for, and if you're not rooting for anybody or not going for anybody, you can just click the there's a third option for like, I'm not going for anybody, I'm just happy to be here. And then once you do that, you get the first match day. So match day 1 is complete. I did this, and you can see there that you go into the draw, or you go into the sweepstake entry for when you sign up for one day, it's a Taylor Fritz headband. So even if you do it once and you don't do it for the rest of the week, you still go into the draw for that headband. You also get a couple of other things as well that you can go and check out in your vault. When you go and check it out, you can explore the whole site. And then this is how like the prizes are. So if you do it 2 days, doesn't have to be in a row. It can be today and it can be on Friday. If you forget to do it tomorrow, you can go on the sweepstake entry for a signed tennis ball. You've got a Ben Shelton item, which has not been disclosed yet, but a Ben Shelton item. You've got towels, ATP Finals towels. You've got a Taylor Fritz shirt. You've got a Jannik Sinner signed shirt. That's a banger. I'm sure a lot of people want to see that. Want to get that. Also hats. And then Demon or racket as well is also up for grabs. That's only if you go for all 8, though. So the prizes get better the more days that you claim your prize. So you got to make sure that you're on it every day. But don't worry, I'll remind you every day. That's what we're going to do. Every day I'm going to be like, hey, have you done this? You got to do this. And it's also great because if you aren't watching this now and you've maybe missed out on day 1, you can still go into day 2 and go again and again. And you can still you can't go up for every prize if you miss out on a day, but you can get at least a couple of items. And we worked with them last year. We did the poster, and we were helping name the posters, which I think one of the names was from the chat, so that was awesome. So yeah, the big prize is Demon or Rat. Well, that's the prize if you sign up every day. So if you claim every day, not sign up, sorry, you sign up once and then you claim it every day, then that's one of the big prizes. Obviously, some of you might be like, well, I like Taylor Fritz, so like a headband from him would be sick, right? Or, maybe you want Ben Shelton's, the Ben Shelton item, which is 3 days, right? But if you sign up for all days, then you've got more chances to win something. So that is and again, like I said, it's free. So all you got to do is sign up. And I'll tell you, chat, because there's a lot of people that are also signing up not in this community, but I'd love if we got some stuff. Like if as a community, if one of you guys won something, that'd be really fun. That'd be really cool. And we've earned it, I tell you. We've watched so much tennis this year. One of us deserves a signed something. Like if we get a signed, or even just a hat, one of us just get an ATP Finals hat. We earned it, chat. We worked so hard throughout the year. So let's win these bloody prizes. Let's go. More of us to get in there. The more we can win. Just sign up. There you go. That's it. So again, it's free to sign up. They also do this. They've been doing this since Canada. This style of doing it. So I think it was Canada, Cincinnati, Shanghai, and now the finals. So join the. If they do it again next year, which I'm sure they will, you can keep doing it. But yeah, I want to see one of us win something as a community. Let's win something. We'll celebrate, even if it's not. I'm sure we'll all celebrate anybody who wins something in this community. Early Christmas presents, all that stuff. Making an account on the side is just too much work. Alan, nothing worth having is easy. If you want a signed something, or you want a Ben Shelton something, or you want something, if you don't want that, then okay. But if you do, by the way, it's not that hard. I think you just put in your email address, type in a code, and then make a username. It's really not that hard. It's not that hard. I honestly don't know how Carlos won the match. He won because he outplayed. I'm a lazy slob though. All right, that's all right. More chances for us to win. Alan, don't join. We'll take the prize. It takes 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes to go in the draw to win free tennis stuff. I mean, it's a no-brainer to me. But maybe we don't want Alan in the draw, so then we can have more chances. The less people, the more chances. The less people, the more chances. Maybe. Maybe. Again, if you want to sign up, jump on here. I'll remind you later in the stream. But yeah, if you want to sign up, if you want to be there for all 8 days, you got like 3 hours. You got until the end, probably the end of this match. That'd be fun for someone to win. Oh, I'd love that. I'd love it if one of you guys was like, "Hey, I won this." Oh, I'd be pumped. That'd be so cool if our community could claim a prize. That'd be so cool. All right, players are ready to walk out on court. I'm excited for this one. I'm so pumped for this. Let's get it. Let's get Shelton winning in an epic 3-setter. That's what I want. Let's have an epic 3-setter. It shows Tier 1 complete, but how to avail these prizes. So Tier 1 is day 1, and then tomorrow it'll open up for day 2, and then you jump back on again tomorrow, and you do the same thing. So you vote for who you want to win tomorrow, or who you're going for tomorrow. So it's a daily thing. But don't worry, if you join the streams, I will remind you if you forget. So you don't have to set an alarm or anything, unless you want to. But I'll be reminding you during the day, so don't worry. And I think you've got like a 24-hour window, or maybe an 18-hour window. It's pretty generous time. But yeah, but if you've signed up and you've voted for the who you're rooting for, then that's all you got to do, and then you're in. You got the first one, and then the next one will come out tomorrow. All right, here we go. Shelton out on court, making his debut. I tell you, chat, as a Shelton fan, I'm still a little surprised he's number 5. Like, in a good way, though. I'm pleasantly surprised that he's the 5th best player in the world. He's the best American. Like, I thought eventually, yeah, he's going to win slams. He's going to do that and this and the other. But I didn't. I don't know. I was... the kids doing a dance. Love that. I'm still like, yeah, he's like one of the top 10. Like, I'm still getting used to him being top 10, you know? I just signed up, so will we get an email if we win? I'll ask the guys at Trace what the I'll ask it later in the week what the process is. But you should get an email, yeah. You should get an email or something like that. You should get notified, or it might come through the. I'll ask. I'll get back to you. Is Fritz number 1 American player? I think Shelton overtook him this week. So I think Shelton is number 1 American coming into this tournament. Shelton was pretty good on clay, which was a surprise. I mean, him taking a set off Alcaraz on clay was not on my bingo card this year. I won and never got an email. It's been a month. Oh, really? Well, you should. You can reach out to them. I think you can reach out to them, Suzanne, if you've played it before. Yeah, reach out to them. There should be a. Yeah, you can contact them. I think on Twitter, which I think is the best, probably the quickest way. Alcaraz said in the press conference, honestly, I would prefer to play Lorenzo over Djokovic because Djokovic is so good on fast courts. Yeah, and that is accurate. he said the truth. What are you trying to get at? Like, oh, Alcaraz was honest? Oh. Yeah, of course he'd rather play Musetti. All right. These glass bottles are killing me. What glass bottles? What do you mean? Where are the glass bottles? Court speed response between Demon and Carlos is strange. They gave conflicting answers. Oh, what'd they say? All right. Demon said it was slow. Carlos said it was fast. All right. Well, maybe we need to poll everybody. We'll wait until everybody's played a match on these courts, and then we'll get all the answers. That if everybody's got an answer, we can see who said the slow the most and who said fast, and then we can say it's one or the other. The glass bottles that the players are drinking out of. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I didn't see it. Is Musetti so-called lucky loser for this tournament? No, he's called an alternate. It's not a lucky loser. He's an alternate. Who's more likely to win and why? Zverev, because he's never lost to Shelton. Yeah, apparently it is playing faster than Paris, but it's also at altitude. Turin is at altitude, so that will also make the conditions fast. But also it'll wear down the players if they play long matches. So the altitude is also there. If I have a look, I saw, where was that? I know Gene, you sent me a graphic about showing it. Let me check. Yeah, so the altitude is up there as well. So without, like, it's considered one of the fastest courts of the year, up there with some of the grass courts in Germany. So and the altitude is up there as well. We're 250 meters above sea level, so the altitude's huge too. Which again kind of points to Shelton. These two did play in Stuttgart, which was the fastest court of the year, and it was 2 tie breaks. So again, with the altitude being high, and Stuttgart's high altitude as well. So there's definitely a correlation between altitude and court speed. Brisbane is the lowest altitude, fastest court, which makes sense why Opelka beat Djokovic that day, because of the court speed and the conditions, but not the altitude. Hey, Nura, thank you for the 2 months. Appreciate that. I signed up. If I win something, I'm going to send it to you. No, Jennifer, don't send it to me. If you win something, you display it on your wall or wherever, frame it or something, whatever. Don't give it to me. You want it fair and square. Thank you for the generosity, but you don't need to do that. Please don't do that. Chad, if you win a prize, do not send it to the PO box. You earned it. You keep it. And we'll celebrate you winning it. Don't send it to me. Please. How does the trace thing work? So each day you got to log on and claim what is it? It's like you got to claim like the reward for the day by picking who you're going for. So you just pick out, today it was who you going for, Alcaraz or De Minaur, right? Who are you going for in this match, Zverev or Shelton? And once you do that, that's all you got to do. And then you go and you claim, you get that collectible, and you get put into the sweepstake entry for that day as well. And the more, you participate in each day. Yeah, it's like daily task kind of thing. Yeah, on voting on each player. Yeah, that's what you got to do. You just got to vote for who you're going for. And then at the end of the tournament, if you do it all 8 days, you get a chance to go into. You get the more you do it, the more chance you get to win something. But if you do it all 8 days, then you can win any of the things. Shelton's shoulder is terrible advert for cupping. What do you mean? You voted for Shelton? So did I. So did I. So did I. Happy that Carlos got the win? Yeah. I'm glad it wasn't easy though, because it was looking like it was going to be really, really one-sided. Benny biceps, that's it. This is a huge opportunity for Shelton to win. By the way, chat, I watched Pacific Rim on Blu-ray, and it's intense. It's good though, very good. I'm glad I saw it on Blu-ray on a big screen because it's very visually. It was intense. Good movie. I liked it. It's good. Did you see Casper's new haircut? I did. Cool. Zverev may he may have ankle issues, which is another thing we've got to keep an eye on. All right, here we go. Shelton's going to serve first. I wonder what the fastest serve at the ATP Finals is. It's probably a John Isner serve, right? But Shelton's going to probably try and push to beat that, whatever it is. If anyone's going to serve the biggest serve at the ATP Finals, it's our boy Shelton. All right, chat. Who you got? I'm going to go Shelton in 3. Let me know who you got. You, sir, watch a lot of movies? Yeah, I love watching movies. Oh, yeah, Roddick could also be up there. Yeah, true. Roddick also played this event, didn't he? Anyways, volley from Shelton. As Zverev the pass goes wide, Shelton's already on the attack. 15 love. This is going to be fast. It's going to be quick. It's going to be intense. Benny in 3. Zverev in 3. Shelton in 2. Okay. 15 love. Shelton serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. Oh, double fault. 15-0. All right, 15-0. Shelton serves again. As the return goes to forehand to Shelton. Backing out from Zverev. Goes wide. I tell you what, Shelton's already testing that Zverev ankle. He's making him run. 30-15. 30-15. 30-15. There's a return. Goes into the forehand. Zverev forehand from Shelton now. Goes over. Oh, long. 2 errors by Shelton. 30-0. 30-0. Shelton serves again. Into the forehand is Zverev. Return goes short, and the forehand is Shelton. Zverev lob. Shelton with a smash. Zverev gets it back. But it goes long. 40-30. 40-30. Shelton serves again. Great serve out wide. All right, 1-love Shelton. Couple of errors. Well, double fault and an error, but he holds anyway. It's a return to serve, which is going to be interesting. All right. Shelton just has to shake off the early nerves. Yeah, there will definitely be nerves, right? Because he's playing it for the first time, this ATP Finals. Zverev's won this thing a couple of times. So he knows how to play Turin. He knows how to play this format. Because that's another thing, right? I mean, the round-robin format is not common, right? It's very unusual to, lose a match and then still win, right? That's not a thing that happens in any competition besides this one. And, I mean, United Cup, I guess, group stage, or maybe team competitions where you could lose your match but your team wins. But, I mean, it's a very... we got to think of that, especially for debutants, right? It'll probably take a couple of, might take a set, maybe it takes the first match to kind of figure out, oh yeah, I don't have to win every match, but I just have to make sure I don't, I can't lose more than 2 matches, right? You got to win at least 4 matches. If you lose one, it's okay. If you lose 2, a different dynamic, yeah. But then there are, like we were talking about earlier, right? There are different, obviously this match for Shelton and this match for Zverev is more important because if they want to finish second in the group or finish top of the group, they've got to have to beat everyone outside of Sinner, because we're all guessing that Sinner's going to be the number 1 in the group. So you got to win these matches. If you can't beat Sinner, you got to at least beat these guys, right? Or you got to beat each other. So these matches might have even more stress to them than playing Jannik Sinner. All right. Zverev holds 1-1. Whoever wins this match will have it'll be a big match against FAA, yeah. Unless one of these guys beats Sinner, but again, I think we're going with Sinner winning every match, and then whoever can finish second. And they're kind of playing for second. But these are the matches that are most important. Because the loser of this match is going to have to probably beat Sinner. So, sort of a double whammy. You lose against Zverev or you lose against Shelton, and then you got to also then try and beat Sinner. Good luck. As that goes out by Zverev on the return. 15-love. Maybe a basic question. If a player finishes the year-end number 1, is there a monetary reward or just prestige? I'm sure there's a bonus. Sponsor bonuses, probably. Zverev in the net, 30-love. The sponsor would probably give the bonuses to the players that are, if you do finish number 1. Also, I don't know if there's a bonus. I mean, you get a trophy. So I don't know. But I'm not sure if you get a prize for it. All right. 30-love. Serving to the forehand is Zverev hits it out. I'm going to tell you what. Shelton's serve does work, right? It's powerful, right? It's super powerful. But it also has a lot of spin on it. It's a vicious serve. It's because he's a lefty too, right? It's even got that just really awkward. Players don't play guys that have this kind of like this kind of spin, and like it just does some crazy shit in the air too, right? Like he can serve a massive 250-kilometer bomb, but then he just like, but he also just like rips it, like it's got Rafa spin on it too, right? It's just like, it just does. It's like I know Andy Roddick said that he treated his serve like a baseball pitcher, but it's exactly like that. If you watch Shelton serve, it's got like a curve ball. You know, he does a slow ball. He does like it's all the different like baseball pitches you have. It's like that for Shelton because he just rips it. It's crazy to see, and it's hard to. I mean, Zverev is shanking it all over the place because Shelton's just working that ball. You know, he's just ripping it. But he can also do the fast ball down the middle, right? And just hit a massive bomb as well. So you got to be ready for that. But yeah, just like it hits the ground and just like does all this like crazy shit. Shelton is almost like the Roddick of this generation. Yeah, I've been saying that. When he came out on the scene, I was like, this guy's like a lefty Roddick. This is and plus with like the energy and just like the confidence. Like Roddick had the charisma too, right? I mean, that's part of why Roddick's so good with his podcast, right? He just had that charisma. You know, when he was playing amongst all the Europeans, you know, he was the charismatic American. Shelton's like that too. A little less, you know, maybe a little, like he doesn't tell the jokes like Roddick did in the press conferences and stuff as much, but Shelton is kind of that guy. He's kind of like the Roddick of this generation. All right, back to Zverev. Sinner is Federer then? Kind of. I mean, Sinner does have a kind of a Federer persona. Like, he does have that kind of quiet intensity. Oh, yeah, Shelton has charisma for sure. He just doesn't tell the jokes that Roddick... Like, Roddick was was a bit of a jokester too, right? I mean, you can go watch, like, compilations of Roddick in press conferences and all that kind of stuff. All right. 2-1 Shelton. Yeah, Roddick was very funny. All right, 2-1. We'll see about why the backhand Shelton. Slice goes in, the backhand Zverev. Shelton backhand into the forehand Zverev. Again to the backhand Shelton. And Zverev forehand again. The backhand Shelton. He goes down the line. Great shot, Zverev. Slice, Shelton volley. Love 15. Shelton's attacking Zverev already. Love this. Love 15. That backhand down the line. I mean, Shelton's backhand, if that's how he's going to hit it, it's going to not be it's not a weakness, but it's definitely not his favorite shot. That was a hell of a shot. Set up the volley. I love 15. And Zverev serves a fault. A lot of pressure on Zverev's serve too, because obviously Shelton's going to serve his big shots. Second serve. Near the back of Shelton. He comes in the net again. Shelton. Oh, but Zverev hit the tape and it went in. And Shelton just overran it. Zverev got a little lucky. 15-0. 15-0. There was an opportunity there for Shelton, but Zverev just got a little lucky off the tape, and Shelton tried not to kick it, but it landed in anyway. All right, first serve was a fault, second serve. As the return goes to the back, and there's Zverev. One from Shelton. Just goes wide. He's going for it, though, Shelton. He is going for it. $30-15. Zverev serves again. An ace. All right, 40-15. I'd be disappointed if we didn't get one tiebreak. Forty 15. Zverev serves again. Down the tee. Another ace. Nice. All right. Zverev holds 2-2. 2-all. All right. 2 games all. Sinner is more like Bjorn Borg in terms of personality. Yeah. All right. 2-2. Shelton serves. And Zverev return to the back of Shelton. Slice in the net, though, from Shelton. I think he was going for the drop shot. But he just mishit it, and it's love 15. What's the best strategy against a great server? I mean, there's a couple of different things you could do, right? You could... I mean, the thing that Federer did so successfully against Roddick, for example, was he just chipped the return. Right? He chipped it back deep and it sort of reset the point. So that's something you could do. You could try and slice it back or like put like, you know, almost like bunt it back. Right? That's a strategy. But the only problem with that is if the person that's going to serve is going to come to the net, if you hit a slice, you know, like a soft slice, that's going to set them up for an easy volley. But again, it kind of depends on how, if the server is going to come to the net, if they're going to have an intent to come to the net. Roddick never wanted to go to the net. He never did. He never really liked going to the net. So when Federer would chip it back, he knew Roddick wasn't coming in. So he'd chip it back. Roddick would move back to try and hit it. And then they'd start the rally from the baseline. And that's when Federer would, you know, wear it down. But then you could do the Djokovic approach, which is, you know, trying to use the pace of the serve to hit those great returns, right? And try and like almost... like deflect the serve, as Zverev hits a lovely winner, love 40. And that's what Djokovic does so successfully, right? Is that he doesn't really hit the ball back. He just kind of like deflects the ball, you know, down the lines, or he deflects it back deep or cross court or whatever he does, you know. Or you could do the Rafa approach, which is stand... 20, and Medvedev, right? Medvedev does it too. Stand back behind the baseline, a million miles back behind the baseline. So then by the time the fast serve gets to you, it's slowed down enough that you have more time to hit it back. So yeah, you could also take the Medvedev Rafa approach as well, which is stand really far back and try and, as Zverev hits a winner down the line, Zverev breaks 3-2. Breaks to love as well. Stand right back and go that way about it. But the problem with that is it's also susceptible to serve and volley, which we saw with, Kyrgios, for example, right? He kind of broke them up. But also, you're also in trouble of doing an underarm serve. If you're standing so far back, how are you going to get the underarm serve? Which also Kyrgios did, right? So yeah, so there's there are different ways to combat a big server. There are a couple of ways. It just depends on what the server is going to do after the serve. Are they going to stay back? Are they going to come in? And it also depends on... like, if you're playing someone who doesn't have volleys and they've got a massive serve and you stand way back, they might come to the net, but they might miss the volley because their volleys aren't good, Shelton, though, it's someone you probably don't want to stand back too far because he can volley. And he has been coming into the net and volleying. So Shelton's a tough one because if you just chip it back, he might attack the net. And he can do that successfully. So, yeah, Shelton's is a tricky one. But Zverev has got a great return, and that's why he's broken already. I'm sure there's other ways, but they're look, Nadal, Djokovic, Federer, they're the best examples of how to return serves because those guys had to play Karlovic, Isner, Kyrgios, and Nadal Djokovic had to play Federer, one of the greatest servers of all time. If you look at the stats, for sure. 3-2 Zverev. He has the break. As he hits a great serve, Zverev. Okay, I'll tell you what, Zverev is serving well to start this match. He is serving big. Is Taylor Fritz a big server? How best to play him on fast courts in Turin? Well, see, Fritz doesn't usually come to the net, so you could probably chip his return deep. You got to chip it deep. You can't just chip it short. So you can probably get away with trying to chip back the serve. We'll see how Musetti plays Fritz, because Musetti is more likely to play that kind of like we saw Musetti yesterday play Djokovic, right? He's not gonna Musetti's not an aggressive returner. He'll stay back and he can slice, right? So we'll see how he does against Fritz tomorrow, because we might see that Federer chip tactic from Musetti, you know. But I mean, Fritz did make the final last year, so no surprise he made the final considering his serve, right? 40 love. Zverev serving amazing right now. As we ace down the tee. And it's Zverev with a 4-2 lead. And I think he's lost 1 point on serve, Zverev. And he's out-acing Shelton. This is this kind of serving that he did in Vienna when he pushed Sinner to the brink. Just that unbreakable serve, Zverev. He doesn't get enough credit for his serves, Zverev, because we're all talking about how, his returning stance, or or his lack of aggression during rallies or whatever. But Zverev is one of the biggest serves in the world. I mean, it might not be the most powerful, Shelton bomb, but Zverev's serve is super weapon. Is a super weapon. You know, it doesn't get as much credit than his backhand or maybe his rallying skills, but the man has a huge serve, and when it's on, it's tough to beat him. Yeah, his first serve percentage is insane. All right, 15 love. And then ace out wide Shelton. That had some work on that serve. Just had that curve, that lefty serve. 30 love. 30 love. Serve again. Here's the fault. Second serve. And the return goes in the backhand of Shelton. Forehand from Zverev to the backhand of Shelton. And Zverev with a forehand down the line for a winner. 30-15. 30-15. Shelton serves again. Into the back of Zverev. Return goes to the net. 40-15. Shelton's serve against the Zverev backhand is very fun. It's very fun to watch. It's really, Shelton has played one bad service game. That's the difference so far. Other than that, they've both been pretty flawless on the serves. Shelton serves a let. $40-15. And then an ace out wide, Shelton. Whew. And for a lefty, that was sort of like a kick out wide too. That was a very crazy serve. All right. 4-3 Zverev with a break. 20 minutes. We're flying through this match. 20 minutes. Given he won Athens, Nole will finish the year, what, ranking number 5? Well, it depends because he's not in here. So I think there's an opportunity for Shelton or Fritz to overtake him. So he could be number 4 or number 5. I'm going to guess that he's, unless Shelton or Fritz or Demon or even FAA, if they all make, or Musetti, if they make the final, undefeated, I think they might get 1,000 points. But realistically, they're going to lose one match, right? Because Sinner or Alcaraz. So Djokovic should stay number 4. I don't think he'll get pushed out of that number 4 spot. It would be pretty. I mean, it would be an upset if he didn't, because that means one of the guys behind him made the final or won the title. So yeah, he'd be number 4. I'm going to guess that he's probably going to stay at 4. I don't think he'll. I don't think the guys behind him, unless they win the title undefeated, I don't think they'll take his spot. Number 4 is a great accomplishment, given he doesn't play that much. True. But let me say this, right? The fact that he plays and wins is really cool, but it's also really annoying because then he doesn't have to play other things, right? So like he goes and he plays really well and he wins, when he plays at the Grand Slams, he gets to the semis and stuff. But like that means that he doesn't go and play Cincinnati. He doesn't come here. He doesn't have to come here because he has enough points from those tournaments. And yeah, he can take the he can take the prize money bonus hit or whatever, the penalties of not playing. But if he did just not play great at one of the slams and not get those points, maybe he would have played Turin just so he could try and stay at the top 4. You know what I mean? Maybe being so good outside, maybe being so good at the slams kind of like robs us of seeing him play more often. It's great that when he plays, he wins, but also it'd be kind of good if he played more, which means he probably has to lose, right? Like for him to have to be here, he needs probably the ranking points are the only thing that would entice him to be here. So maybe if he doesn't do so well at slams next year, he might come to Turin. And then we get to see him play Alcaraz and Sinner in a 3-setter. Because I have a feeling, looking at the ranking now, I reckon, and look, Djokovic is smart. Him and his team are not stupid, right? He probably saw the rankings. Zverev by like 40 love. He doesn't lose points. Backhand of 4-1 rally. Zverev, again to the backhand of Shelton. Zverev wins the game 5-3. He probably looked at this. He probably looked at the rankings, Djokovic, and thought, if I win in Athens, because remember, top 4 means you don't play Alcaraz or Sinner at a Grand Slam until the semis, right? And that's huge. Because if you play Alcaraz, you don't want to play Alcaraz or Sinner in a quarterfinal of the Slam or in a 4th round. So Djokovic being top 4 for the Australian Open is probably a big deal, probably what he was planning to try and be, right? And I wonder if, and again, only he would know and his team, but I wonder if he knew that if I win Athens, it's going to take Shelton, Fritz, or de Minaur a lot to overtake me and push me down to 5. Also, Djokovic is probably going to go play Brisbane again next year, so that'll give him a little bit more points. But you know what I mean? Like, he probably did the math because he's a smart dude. He's experienced. He'd be, he knows this stuff, right? So I wonder if, he went, okay, I'm 1,100 points in front of the 5th place. I should get into, unless some crazy miracle happens, I should get to Australia number 4 in the world. And that means I don't have to play Sinner and Alcaraz till the semis. I mean, that does that not make a little bit of sense? Not saying that he withdrew from this tournament because he feels like he doesn't need to play here. He had a shoulder problem too, right? But I don't know. I wonder if he just maybe thought, well, Athens gives me that little bit of a buffer. And unless Fritz or Shelton win this tournament, I'm going to be number 4 in Melbourne. Most likely. And that means he doesn't have to play Alcaraz or Sinner until the semis of Australia, which is a huge, huge deal. All right, Love 30. You don't want to play those guys until as late as possible, because also the later you play them, the more likely they could lose. Unlikely, but they could lose, right? They could lose in the 4th round or the quarterfinals before you play Djokovic, right? So the later you play those guys, there's 5 guys that are going to play Sinner or Alcaraz before Djokovic would have to play him. 5 chances they could lose. Shelton over hits a 4-hand love 40. So yeah, that's looking at the ranking points. I'm like, okay, Maybe that's why. And like I said, if he had lost early in Athens, he probably would play here. Just to get those extra points to guarantee number 4. Because if he wants to win the slam, he can't be playing Alcaraz or Sinner in a quarterfinal. Not now. You don't want to play those guys at that point. All right, set points Zverev. Backhand return goes wide. That's one save, 15-40. By the way, Shelton's played 2 shocking service games, which has been the difference. All right, 15-40. Serve is a let. Oh, sorry, it's fault. Second serve. Maybe there is some nerves for Shelton. First time being here. As he serves. Into the forehand. Zverev. Return the volley of Shelton. Shelton in the net. Man. All right. Zverev. Untouchable on serve, but Shelton just... Too many errors. Too many errors. That was a 30-minute 6-3. That was quick. As for a Zverev match, that was lightning fast. Zverev takes an hour to play 6-3. That was so quick. What the hell? All right. 3 winners. 2 of those were aces from Shelton. 9 errors. 5 forehand errors. 8 winners and 3 errors from Zverev. Zverev was just clean. But yeah, Shelton, too many errors. And the forehand is the main problem. Do you think Nole will try to push for 2 more titles to overtake Federer? Do you think he really cares about this stuff? I think he does. Yeah, I think that matters. I think so. Yeah, I think he would. Even if he can't get to Jimmy Connors, I think he would love to be at least second most titles of all time. And he's not that far away. So I mean, why wouldn't he? And he won 2 titles this year, so who's to say he couldn't win 2 next year? So I think so. I think he could. I think he is trying to probably push to any record. I mean, there's not that many records left for him, but any record that's left. I mean, the major ones are that. Probably Wimbledon record as well. Maybe that's on the list. Those are probably the 2 that he doesn't have. He doesn't have, but I mean, you got to have something to play for, right? You can play for the love of the game, but also, having a goal in mind is probably will keep him going. He's got all the important... I mean, like most of these records are side quests, right? The important records, week at number 1, Grand Slam records, winning everything is the main quest. And then the side quest is like, oh, well, now I'm going to win most of this or most of that or double this or whatever, back to back this, like what he's doing now is he's just doing side quests. But again, there's still things he could do. He would retire if he had nothing to do. If there was nothing left to do, he would probably retire. If he felt like he was done, and there was nothing to do. All right, good return for Shelton. Love 15. All right, he wins the first point against his Zverev serve. That was a very fast set from Sasha. Yeah, very quick set. All right. Zverev with an ace, 15-0. And Zverev serves again. A fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Shelton. Forehand of Zverev at the back of Shelton. Into the forehand of Zverev. Shelton backhand again. Into the forehand of Zverev. Shelton with another backhand. Zverev with a slice of the net. All right, Shelton, 15-30. Best he's done on the serve of the on the return all day. 15-30. By the way, first match tomorrow is going to be Musetti versus Fritz. That's the first match we got tomorrow. So get ready for that. That's going to be a very, like, all the matches that are not involving Alcaraz and Sinner are going to be so important. And the return goes out by Shelton, 30-all. Yeah, all the matches that are not including Zverev and Alcaraz are going to be very important for those who win, because that's going to, again, determine who finishes second if Alcaraz and Sinner win every match. If somebody wins 2 round robin matches and finishes in the final, they get 800 points. Is that correct? Maybe. Let me check. Shelton in the net, 40-30. So you get 200 points, I think, for a round robin or a group stage match. I think. I'll double check. Anyways, Shelton backhand to the forehand Zverev. Into the forehand Shelton. Zverev backhand into the forehand Shelton again. Zverev with a pass. Shelton with a volley in the net. And it's 1-love Zverev in the second. Where's the points? Here we go. Let me check. Last year, what were the point situation last year? Here we go. So you get 200 points for a round robin win, 400 points from a semi-final win. So, yeah, you would get 800 points. If you win 2 matches and then you win the semis, you'd get 800. Yeah, which would not be enough to overtake Djokovic if you're behind Djokovic. Even if you win... Yeah, so again, this is making me think more and more that Djokovic did the math and he knew. Because he's too smart. The only person, the only way that Shelton, Fritz, Demonor, or FAA, or Musetti overtake Djokovic is if they win every match in the group stage and make the final undefeated. If they lose in the final, they get 1,000 points, which would overtake Djokovic. So, what are the likelihood of anyone between Shelton and Musetti to go undefeated, which means they would beat Alcaraz or Sinner, and then make the semis and win that as well, and make the final without losing a match? Unlikely. So, again, it makes me think that Djokovic kind of knew that, yeah, look, it's not impossible. Someone could do that, but it's unlikely, right? That someone outside of Alcaraz and Sinner are going to go undefeated to the final. Now, if you do win 2 matches in the group stage and then semis and then win the final, then you get 1,300 points, which means they would overtake, if Alcaraz and Sinner don't win this tournament, or Zverev, then they could overtake Djokovic. But again, Djokovic maybe just does, again, if he looked at the rankings and if he knew this whole mathematical equation, which I think he does because he's smart, I think, I don't think he believes that anyone outside of Alcaraz and Sinner or maybe Zverev will win this thing. Stop being American. It's maths. It's mathematics. 40-15. All right. Shelton holds 1-love. 1-all. 1-all. Fritz would have to go God mode to have beat Alcaraz, Demon, and Musetti to get to the final. Yeah. I mean, he's the only one that's likely to do it. Outside of Zverev to go undefeated to make the final. All right, 1-1. Mathematics, maths. Okay, potato, potato. 1-1. Zverev serves again. This is a math lesson, right? This ain't no English lesson. Serve. Into the backhand is Shelton. Backhand is Zverev to the forehand. Shelton is Zverev. Into the backhand of Shelton. Shelton in the net. 15-love. Will you likely stream the exhibition between Fonseca and Carlos? Probably, yeah. Probably. All right, Zverev. 15-love. Yeah, Felix is in the tournament. FAA, he qualified as number 8. He'll play tomorrow against Sinner. Good serve down the tee from Zverev, and it's 30-love. What are my semi-final predictions? I think Fritz and Zverev. I think they're probably the two. If not Fritz, then maybe Musetti. But it just depends how tired Musetti is. But I think Zverev will make the semis. I think this match was the one that I thought, if Shelton can beat Zverev here, and maybe he still can, but I think the winner between these two guys, because I think Zverev can beat Felix. So I'm going to go Zverev and Alcaraz, what is his name? Not Djokovic. He's not playing. Alcaraz, Sinner, Zverev, and Fritz. As with a volley from Zverev. Oh, beautiful drop volley. 40-love. Musetti has a good record against Fritz, though. So that'll be... That match tomorrow will be like this match. You know, like the winner of that match might look back in a couple of days and go, yeah, that match was the one that decided who makes it second, you know, or who wins the group, or who qualifies, you know. Great serving, Zverev. 2-1. Zverev is serving ridiculous. All right. By the way, chat, you've got 2.5 hours to claim your day one. So jump on, make sure you sign up. I know a bunch of you have already, so thank you for that. If you sign up for day one and you don't sign up for the rest of or you don't claim for the rest of the tournament, you will at least go into the sweepstake for Taylor Fritz's headband. So if you do it for one, but again, like I said, if you're forgetful, I'll remind you tomorrow to do it every day. As long as you come to the streams, I can remind you. But yeah, so jump on there and pick who you're going to back for today. Given the quality of this match, the Beyond Board group, Sinner will be top with Zverev in second. Yeah, I'll tell you, if Zverev plays like this against Sinner, that could be interesting. It could be very close. That lady just got caught. Why was she so scared when she got caught on the camera? What was that about? Did anyone else just see that? She was like sitting next to some guy, and then she got the camera shot. Who are you? What are you doing? What are you doing, lady? What's going on there? Why do you look so shocked? What's going on there? What's going on there? What's that about? Camera shy. That's what I think, yeah. Probably just camera shy. All right, 2-1. Zverev. I can't see Musetti doing well since he played a very tough tournament last week. Yeah, he did. He definitely played a tough tournament last week. Tomorrow I'll be telling. If he looks sloppy against and he looks tired against Fritz, then maybe we don't expect too much. But I think the match between Fritz and Musetti tomorrow will be the one that decides who makes the semis. I think that'll be a deciding one for sure. Just like this match. I mean, Felix definitely still has a chance. So I wouldn't, but I I mean, if Zverev plays Felix like this, Zverev should win. All right. Shelton's hit 13 unforced errors in this match. Zverev's only hit 3. And he served well. This has been a perfect match from Zverev. Love 15. Shelton says a fault second serve. Serving to the corner, Zverev. Zverev hits it out. 15-all. I'm gutted for Ben, even though I know it's not heavy yet. Yeah, Zverev's just playing too good. I mean, he's just putting so much pressure on Shelton's every shot. Like, Zverev is not giving any free points away, and he's serving ridiculous. So Shelton's best chance is hold serve, get to a tiebreak, and maybe Zverev gives him a point or two, like free point. Like, Zverev is playing. He's playing so solid, exactly, and he's just serving so good. And he's just making Shelton be perfect. And Shelton's going to make errors. You know, he's going to throw in bad games. He's not perfect. You know, he doesn't have that. He's still raw like that, right? But yeah, Zverev is just playing ridiculously solid is the good word. Anyways, backhand goes in the forehand Zverev. Down the line of the forehand Shelton. Shelton hits it out, 30-all. Does this Zverev have a chance against Sinner? I think so, yeah. This is the Zverev that played Vienna. Like, in the final of Vienna, this is the kind of what Zverev was doing. You know, against Sinner, he was just kind of like playing long rallies, but he wasn't trying to force anything, but he was serving like so good. But if I go have a look at the serving stats, because the serve is super important for Zverev against Sinner and Alcaraz. Paris didn't count. He had a bad ankle. Zverev was at 75% first serves in, 71% of first serve points won, and then 52 on the second serve. But he hit 11 aces in that match. And he did win the first set. So he was up a set in that one as Shelton hits a volley wide. 30-40. But yeah, like, he is just playing very solid. I don't think Zverev is doing something amazing, extraordinary. It's just Shelton's first time at the ATP Finals and he's doing too many errors. Yeah, but also but like, Zverev is also like hit no errors. Like, he's hit 3 errors in the match. So that's something too. Like, you got okay. Zverev is not playing this ridiculous style that's like, highlight worthy. As with a forehand from Shelton, passing shot from Zverev, and Shelton with a volley winner, he survives, deuce. Like, Zverev's not playing like he's not playing like Alcaraz did against Demonor, like with the highlights and stuff. So when you watch the highlight reel, it's going to be pretty basic if Zverev wins. But Zverev is playing just so stingy, like he's giving away no errors, right? He's not doing anything stupid, and he's serving amazing. It's just not as fancy as it doesn't seem high level, right? It doesn't feel like it's high level. It feels like Shelton's making all these errors and he's playing terrible. But Zverev could also be hitting a lot of errors and it'd be closer, right? But Zverev is just not giving any points away. He is playing so clean, which is putting pressure on Shelton to try and do something, right? As we had a great return there from Zverev. All right, advantage Zverev to get the break. So yeah, you can look at the stats and say, "Oh man, Shelton didn't play well. He served bad. Whatever." But the pressure that Zverev is putting on by not giving away free points. Every time Shelton gets in the rally, he's like, "I got to come to the net. I got to do something because this guy, he's not going to lose the point on his racket. I got to win the point," and that's putting so much pressure on Shelton, which is why he's doing second serve volleys and all this stuff. Like, he's trying everything because he can't win points against Zverev. Because Zverev is not giving away any points. You know what I mean? 300. Oh, can you imagine? 330k. No, 232 down the tee, and that survives the serve and it's deuce, or survives the break point. Into the serve down the back, and Zverev corner from Shelton. Into the back of Zverev, Zverev in the net. Advantage Shelton. Just simple and clean tennis from Zverev. May not end up on tennis TV, but it does win the match. Yeah, exactly. It's not going to be. He's not going to hit, like, he hasn't hit shot of the year today, and it's not going to be one of the matches that we remember for its, shot making. But it's just like this quiet pressure, Advantage Shelton. There's a bit of fault second serve. There's a backhand return from Zverev. In the forehand of Shelton. Zverev backhand again. To the backhand of Shelton. Zverev backhand. Passing shot winner. And Zverev goes back to deuce. And it's just frustrating Shelton. Yeah, but like you bring up an interesting point, because there should be we should be giving Zverev a lot of praise for the way that he's playing. Even though it doesn't look like he's playing, it looks like Shelton's just like nervous and playing terrible. There should be something to say that Zverev is getting everything back and not letting Shelton hit winners like that until now. Advantage Shelton. Also experience on Zverev's side? Yeah, for sure. Zverev is 34-2 against lefties since the start of 2023. Wow. There you go. Advantage Shelton. To level this second set. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Double fault. Again, just the pressure, because as soon as that serve goes in, Shelton knows that he's going to, that's the thing with Shelton, right? He's still, he's still pretty raw, playing this for the first time. But you can just tell by the way that he's, the decision-making that he is going through, he's trying to come to the net a lot, right? He's trying to really force something to happen. And that's just because of, because Zverev is not giving him anything. Zverev's not giving him charity. There's no free points. There's no, he's like, Zverev is asking Shelton to try and do something. And he does a backhand winner there. That's nice. Advantage Shelton. You know what I mean? Like Zverev is just like, all right, I'm just going to get it back, and when I get a shot, I'm going to hit it, but I'm just going to let you try and win the point. And Shelton so far is, not doing that. But then when he gets in a rally Shelton, he's like, oh, shit, I better do something. And he kind of panics a little. As he serves another fault, second serve. Yeah, Zverev has kind of like he's kind of got that bit of a Sinner vibe today, Zverev. He's just kind of very cold and calculated today. Comes to the net, but he hits it out. All right, Shelton holds. That was nearly a 10-minute game. 2-2. Your semifinals is going to be Carlos, Demon, Sinner, and Felix. I don't know how you watch this match and don't think Zverev's going to be there. 2-2. Textbook performance from Sasha, yeah. Yeah, he is playing a very efficient match. That's the word. He's efficient. It's a very efficient performance by Zverev. Nothing fancy. He's just clocked into work, does his job, and then he's going to go home. Backhand of forehand rally, as long as he wins. I mean, if he doesn't, he might lose this set now. Backhand goes into the net by Zverev. All right, love 15. Love 15. Yeah, Zverev won this twice, yeah. I think it was 2018 and 2021? 2021? I remember when he won in 2018. We started. That's what the year I started streaming. That final was crazy against Djokovic. As the return goes to forehand Zverev. Shelton with the forehand into the forehand Zverev. Again to the forehand Shelton. And Zverev backhand. Again to the forehand Shelton. And Zverev with the forehand into the forehand again of Shelton. That's an inside-out forehand from Shelton. Great shot. And Zverev in the net. Much better from Shelton. Love 30. 2018 feels a lifetime ago. It was. Almost. Love 30. I love 30. Zverev in a little trouble. So this is the thing, chat. Zverev doesn't have to play any different than he has been until Shelton starts making those shots. And then it's up to Zverev to change, right? As the return goes in the back of Zverev. Shelton with the slice. Zverev forehand again, the back of Shelton. Zverev goes with the backhand to the forehand of Shelton. Into the back of Zverev. Shelton with the slice. Again to the forehand of Zverev. Shelton backhand again, the forehand of Zverev. Now Shelton with the forehand down the line goes long. 15-30. Shelton, he's going for it. Just overhits that one. 15-30. $15.30. When's the prediction video coming out? Soon. 15.30. Zverev serves. Great serve, Zverev down the tee. 30-all. 30-all. Nearly an hour played. This set's gone slow. This is more of the pace that I was thinking. All right. 30-all. Serving to the back and it's Shelton. Shelton hits it out. Zverev 40-30. 40-30. And Zverev serves again. And the return goes long by Shelton. All right. Zverev holds from love 30 down. And he goes to 3-2 up in this second set. All right. And the crowd is showing Sinner on the... They're doing like an ad. Sinner's doing an ad on the screen. Everyone went wild. All right. How are we doing, chat? Where are we watching from? I haven't asked that today. Where are we watching from? Where are we watching from? We've got Canada, New Zealand, Los Angeles, UK, California, Texas, Maryland, Malta, Melbourne, Slovakia, South Africa, Albania. Hey, nice. We've got Stratford. We've got Germany, Lebanon, Georgia, Hamburg, Minnesota, Glasgow, India. We've got Amsterdam, Michigan, St. Louis, Greece. I love it how there's always smartasses who is like, I'm at my house. Cam, guess where I'm at my house. I'm on my computer. You're so funny. Thank you for being so specific. We got Switzerland. We got Germany, London, Quebec, Brazil, Colombia, Chicago. All right. Shelton serving 3-2. Philippines, Sweden, Russia, California. I'm watching from your Christmas tree. Okay, good one. Good one. All right. Nigeria, Arizona, Canary Islands. All right. Backhand return the net from Zverev. 15 love. Michigan. All right. 15 love. Serve again. Here's a let. $15 love. Guadalajara, Uganda, Ireland. Nice. As we get a return in the net from Zverev, 30 love. Portugal. As the return goes into the backhand of Shelton. Zverev with a forehand to the forehand of Shelton. Shelton puts it away. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. 40 love. 40 love. Huge forehand winner from Shelton. 40 love. As Shelton comes in there with a volley. Sinner. Zverev tries to go for a pass, but he missed. Okay, 3-3. 3-all. When was the first time that you asked the chat where you were from, and it was all 6 continents? I don't know. I think that's probably a first. I'm surprised no one said Mars. I'm glad everybody's learned their lesson. Thank you, everybody, for taking it semi-serious. I appreciate that. Thank you for not being, I'm from the moon. It was nice. Nice not to hear that for once. But Cam, I'm on the moon. Are you? Where are you? What are you eating? What are you smoking? What is going on? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're on the moon. What are you doing? Huh? Moon man? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? What are you eating? What have you been eating? Love 15. How'd you get to the moon? How'd you get to the moon? Love 15. As that return goes in the net from Shelton, 15-0. All right, 15-0. As with a fault. Second serve. All right, serve again. At the front of Shelton. Oh, Shelton went for it, but he hit it long. 30-15. He went after it. 30-15. $30-15. As the return goes to forehand Zverev. Shelton runs right back and hits the forehand down the line to the backhand is Zverev. Into the forehand Shelton. Zverev with a slice in the net. 30-0. By the way, if you press the like button, it turns into a tennis ball. True story. Don't believe me? Try. Turns into a tennis ball. Or at least it for like an animation. And then it goes back to a like button. But it's like a tennis ball, like whoosh, across the thing. 30-all. Serving to the corner, Shelton. Shelton hits a long clutch serving by Zverev. 40-30. 40-30. Zverev serves again. Into the corner, Shelton. Return goes out. Again, Zverev clutch. 30-all and big serves. All right. Dislike button turns into a racket. Nope. Dislike button ejects you from the stream and you can never come back. 44-3. Don't try it. It's not worth it. It'll eject you from the stream. You'll never be allowed to come back. All right. Is Davis Cup indoor hardcourt? Yes. The finals are, yeah. The finals are. Djokovic and Musetti might have had an agreement before the final. Nah. Next week is in Bologna. Where is the Davis Cup? Is it in Bologna? I don't know. I haven't looked that far ahead. The Davis Cup is in Bologna. Yeah. Who is playing Davis Cup? So you got Italy, Austria, France, Belgium, Spain, Czech Republic, Argentina, Germany. So no Sinner, but you could possibly get a Sinner. We could be getting a Spain versus Germany semi-final with Alcaraz and Zverev because Zverev's playing. So there's only a few big names playing next week in the Davis Cup. We've got Musetti, Alcaraz, Zverev, and then you've got Lehechka, Cerundolo as like the top 30, and Rinderk Nesh. Czech Republic have got a crazy... and Menchik. And Kabali. Czech Republic have a crazy team, though. Spain, Czech Republic is going to be crazy. Lehechka, Alcaraz, Menchik, Munar, and then the doubles. Spain could lose that, actually. And then Zverev's playing for Germany. I don't know if Zverev has played Davis Cup in finals ever. Italy have got a crazy team without Sinner. Their doubles guys are the best, I think. They got the best doubles team, most likely. But Czech Republic, it could be a Czech Republic-Italy final. All right, nice hitting from Shelton, 15-0. Yeah, Germany have a good doubles team too. It could be a Germany-Italy final, true. Usually these competitions do come down to doubles. Because if you look at last year it was because Italy was stacked. But look at the doubles team for the Netherlands. That helped. Obviously Griekspoor and Van der Zandt helped. But the doubles team also was huge. The doubles team in Davis Cup in the finals is massive because it's worth... I think it comes down to the doubles, right? They go singles, doubles. So if it's 1-1, it goes to the doubles. If you don't have a good doubles team, you're not going to win. All right, 30-15. Shelton serves. Into the backhand is Zverev. Shelton backhand is... Oh, it goes over off the tape. Shelton gets a little luck. 40-15. 40-15. 40-15. As the return goes in the back end of Shelton, it's a terrible drop shot. Oh, but Zverev hit the tape and it went wide. Shelton got lucky. 4-0. 4-4. 4 games old. All right. UK have been shocking in Davis Cup this year. Should always be a contender? Why? Because of the doubles? Maybe. I mean, it's because Draper didn't play, did he? I mean, I'm the big shock for me, who is not in the Davis Cup finals, is America. Like, they're the ones that should be here. Like, the fact that they missed out, I know they lost to Czech Republic, who are super good, but like America not being in the finals with their doubles and singles players is ridiculous. Like, that's crazy. Like, they should definitely have made the finals, but they played the Czech Republic, who are super crazy good. I mean, they could have played anybody else. They could have drawn Hungary. They could have played against Austria. They could have played against Belgium. They could have played Croatia. They could have played Denmark. And they had to play Czech Republic, who are arguably one of the best teams. You know, a top 4 team. 30 loves Zverev. I'm bummed out that Australia didn't make it, but that was because Demon had an upset loss, and that kind of messed it up. We should have beaten Belgium in Australia, but unfortunately, Demon lost, and that kind of set us up. We just don't have a good number 2 singles guy. 40 loves Zverev. Love. All right, nice serving Zverev. 5-4. Yeah, Demonol lost to Colignan, and then Bergs is always going to be tough. But yeah, Thompson and Vukic, because we don't have Kokkinakis and Kyrgios. If we had one of those, I mean, and Tomo's been hurt. Vukic, who else do we have? We have like Hichikata. Yeah, we just don't have a good enough number 2 guy. And Belgium are kind of scary though, because like Bergs has been amazing at times this year, and Colignan at the time had just beaten Rude. So yeah. Anyways, who does Australia play next year? Has the Davis Cup draw come out? It has, right, for 2026. Pretty sure it has. Right? Davis Cup 2026 is a thing, right? Or does the draw come out at the end of the year? Schedule announced for fine. Okay. Does anyone know? Pretty sure it comes out. It's come out, right? Yeah, and also, yeah, Purcell's been suspended, so one of our best doubles guys is also not playing. Also, Purcell can play singles, so that's true. We don't have Purcell. Is next year set up or not? I don't think it is. When's it? Am I missing something? I thought the Davis Cup draw came out. Maybe not. They must do it in the off season. Yeah, Thompson Purcell are a great team. I mean, they won Wimbledon, right? All right, Shelton serving to stay in the match as he hits the back end of the net. Love 15. Love 15. Love 15. As Shelton serves nice, 15 all. As a return, nope, it's a fault. Second serve. I think Purcell comes back at the end of next year, right? As a return goes into the forehand of Shelton. Shelton in the net, 15-30. 15-30. By the way, Suzanne, if you're still here, what tournament did you win a prize for? Just so I can get the right... so I could pass on the message for you. 15:30. Shelton serves. Into the backhand is an ace. Woof. Massive serve. Shanghai, did you say? Okay. All right, 30-0. Shanghai. All right, I passed on the message. Good serving, Shelton, 40-30. Oh, it was for a towel, was it? All right. All right, 40-30. Shelton serves. Into the back of Zverev. Shelton forehand is a winner. Good hold. 5-5. No worries, Suzanne. All right, 5-5. 45-minute played in the second set. All right, 5-5. Zverev to serve again. Slam prediction for 2026. There's going to be 4 of them. All right, 15. Love. Zverev with a lovely drop volley. 15 love. 15 love. And Zverev serves again. And it's a fault. Second serve. Yeah, we're going to do the Tennis Talk Awards for sure. Once the season's over. I don't know when, but maybe we'll do it in December. 15 love. Serving to the front of Shelton. Return goes long. 30 love. 30 love. Zverev's serve has just been unbreakable. He's been serving perfect. Serving to the forehand, Shelton. Return goes in the forehand, Zverev. Shelton. Into the ground on a forehand, and it's 40 love. $40 love. $40 Zverev. Serving to the forehand, Shelton. Forehand from Zverev. Into the forehand, Shelton. Shelton in the net. 6-5. Shelton's going to have to win the tiebreak to keep this match alive. Okay. All right. By the way, if you are a member of the channel, make sure you join the Discord. We have a members Discord. So if you are, even if you get gifted a membership, you don't have to be, even if you're lucky enough to get one of the gifted memberships, you can still be in the Discord. What is the Discord, you ask? It's full of other people in the chat. Pretty much it's an offline chat. That's what the Discord is. So if you want to keep the conversation going offline with your fellow chatters, and you're a member, you can jump in the Discord. And if you haven't seen that, you can jump on the community post. If you click on that, it'll send you to the community post. If you're not a member, you won't see the post. But if you are a member, you'll see the post. And you can join the Discord. Yeah. Sure, Cam. Someday I'll accidentally give gifted a membership and I'll join the Discord. It's $1 a month. You're like, nah, I'm going to wait. I don't want to talk to these people offline that much. I'll wait until I get gifted a membership. I'll wait until somebody gives me access to the Discord, and then I'm gonna be in there and I'm gonna spam. That's what I feel like you just said, saying it. I'm gonna sit back, and as soon as I get access to that Discord, I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna tell everyone how I feel. Every minute of every day. You won't shut up in that Discord. Just you wait. All right. Shelton serving into a tiebreak. Yeah, it's great to keep up with the latest news as well in the Discord. It's awesome. I'm just teasing. No, I know. I'm teasing you. Don't worry. We're just teasing everyone. It's just a big old joke. But yeah, if you are a member or you get gifted a membership, jump in. $15 love. It's a very nice place to be. The members' Discord. It's chill. 7 to the back and Zverev. 4 from Shelton in the nets. 15-all. It's a very friendly place. 15-all. Shelton serves again. And Zverev returns the phone to Shelton. Shelton in the net. 15-30. 15-30. All right, Shelton serves again. Hey, thank you, Suzanne, for the 15 months as a legend member. That's a tier 3. Thank you for sticking around as we get a 4 now from Shelton down the line of the 4 to Zverev. Shelton comes in with the 4, but no. It's in the net by Zverev. 30-all. Thank you, Suzanne, for supporting the channel as a tier 3 member. 30-all. Serve to the back of Zverev. Shelton backhand to the front of Zverev. Zverev in the net. Shelton surviving. 40-30. To take us to the tiebreak. 40-30. Great serve, Shelton. All right. Here we go. By the way, Zverev thought it was a let. Shelton's serve was just so quick. The net probably moved because of the speed of the ball going over the net, just like the wind that it left is just whoosh, like a sonic boom, you know? Delayed reaction. The net started moving like a second later. All right, 6-all. Can Shelton get us to a third? Zverev has been unbreakable. Doesn't mean he can't lose the tiebreak, though. Who's winning the tiebreak, chat? Zverev serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the corner, Shelton back in Zverev in the net. Great return, 1 love. By the way, chat, did anyone hear? I saw that Alcaraz was asked if he was single in the press conference. What are we doing? What are we doing? How am I not allowed in? That's what I want to know. How am I not? I have good questions. You know, like, did anyone else see? I saw that and I was like, huh? I'm sorry. And I'm not allowed in? Like, huh? it's one. I haven't asked. Maybe I can. Maybe they will let me in. Great volley, Shelton. I haven't asked to go. But they asked if he was single. I was like, who wants to know? Is that a question that we need to... Chad, do you need to know that? Are you curious? You couldn't give a shit, to be honest. Let the young man live. In peace. Anyways, 2-love Shelton. As a default second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Zverev. Shelton with the forehand to the forehand of Zverev. Shelton forehand on the stretch. To the backhand of Zverev. Shelton. Backhand down the line. Zverev gets back. Into the forehand of Shelton. And Zverev shanks it. And Shelton's fired up. He's grunting all over the place and he's saying, Vamos! 3-love Shelton. Here we go. Shelton's starting to catch fire. 3-0 Shelton. All right, 3-0. Good serve from Zverev. The return goes in the back and Zverev is Shelton forehand. Down the line now Zverev with a slice. Shelton on the attack. He hits a slice approach and then a volley. And it's too good. A bit of a shank, but he'll take it. 4-love. 4-love Shelton. I love it when Shelton's in this mood. That was a terrible volley, but he'll take it. He hit that off the top of the frame. And then I think Zverev kicked the ball at him. He's like, oh, good one. In fun, of course. All right, 4-love. I love it when Shelton's fired up. Everything's going his way. Good serve from Zverev. Return goes in. Zverev forehand. Is a winner. 4-1. 4-1 Shelton with a double mini break. All right, 4-1. Shelton's hit 15 winners in this set. Shelton serves. Into the back of Zverev. Return the forehand to Shelton. Zverev, forehand on the stretch. Shelton comes in with a volley. But he pushed it long. He just got there a little bit late. He just got to the net a little bit slow, Shelton. 4-2. Shelton still has one of the mini breaks. Four-2. Just needs a big serve here just to get to 5-2. Serve again. As the return goes in the volley of Shelton. Oh, lovely volley. Whoo! Serve and volley. It was a little risky. Zverev's been hitting some great returns, but Shelton gets away with it. 5-2. Shelton. That volley was so clean. It had to be that good too. It had to hit the line, and it had to be there because Zverev would have got it otherwise, and it was on his backhand, which is his best shot. He could have whipped that for a winner, Zverev, if it wasn't as good as it was, that volley. 5-2. Shelton. Zverev serves. Into the forehand, Shelton. Return is into the forehand, Zverev. Zverev goes down the line. Shelton with a lob. Zverev with smash. Puts it away. 5-3. Shelton. 5-3. Zverev just staying cool, calm, and collected tonight. He's not stressing yet. All right, serve again. Is a let. All right, serve again. Serve out wide the back and Shelton. Return goes short. Zverev with the forehand. Shelton with the pass! He hits it! Shelton's got set points! And he points to his ear and he's yelling and screaming at the crowd. 6-3! He guessed correctly. I mean, that was a hell of a pickup. It was either Zverev was going to go back behind him or he was going to hit a cross court and Shelton was going to get there either way. He's sprinting. And he just guessed right. Total guesstimation and he made it. Perfect from Shelton. Set points. He serves. A fault. Oh, so close. Second serve. So close. Second serve in the back of Zverev return. No, it's a let. All right, second serve. Into the back, and it's Zverev. Zverev hits a return winner of a serve and volley. The serve and volley no good. All right, still Shelton with the set points, though. 6-4. Set point number 2. Serve in the back of Zverev. Return goes short in the corner. Oh, Shelton in the net. We're back on serve. God, that was a bad miss. That was a bad miss. All right, Zverev to serve. It's still set point for Shelton, though. God, that was a bad miss. Decent serve, though. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Shelton is Zverev with a forehand to the forehand of Shelton, who hits it in the net again. Oh, the forehand. 6-all, they change ends. Ah, that forehand, man. All right. Ah, man. By the way, chat, don't forget to like the video. If you do like the video, the like button turns into a ball, a tennis ball. I'm not making that up. It's a real thing. All right, 6-0. Zverev serves. Out wide, great serve, short return, and then Zverev hits a winner. Match point, Zverev. 7-6. But it's on Shelton's serve. All right. 7-6. Zverev has won the last 4 points in a row. Shelton serves. Into the forehand of Zverev. Return goes to the forehand of Shelton. Shelton hits it out. Into the forehand of Zverev. Again to the forehand of Shelton. Zverev forehand to the backhand of Shelton. Zverev with the forehand. Again to the backhand of Shelton. Zverev Goes down the line. Shelton gets it with the forehand. Into the forehand. Zverev sliced. Shelton forehand in the line again. Zverev's there with the backhand. Cross court. Shelton forehand again to the backhand of Zverev. Into the forehand of Shelton. Zverev. Forehand cross court. Shelton's backhand goes wide. And Zverev gets out of it in straight sets and he screams as he wins that point. He was pretty emotionless, Zverev. He was very quiet up until that last point. They respect each other. God, man, that's brutal. Zverev gets off to a straight sets win. That's what he needed. Oh, man, Zverev is so fired up as well. He was holding all of that in. He was keeping so calm all match until the last point. He's fired up. Zverev is... I'll tell you, chat, we should fear Zverev. If you're an Alcaraz or Sinner fan, Zverev is looking fit, and the way he served tonight, unbreakable. He's ready. He wants to win another title here. Zverev is looking real serious. I want to see him. Bring on Sinner. I want to see it. Let's have it. Bring on Sinner. Whew. If Zverev serves like that, that's going to be a hell of a match. But yeah, man, that was Shelton's forehand though. The two forehands. Just hit him in the net. But yeah, Zverev locked in. Like Zverev was so impressive. Just he was very calm the entire match, and he was so solid. Like he did not give away any free points. He didn't get broken. Did he even face a break point? I don't even think he faced a break point. No, he didn't even face a break point. Serves like off the charts. And then you could tell at the end there, like he was so cool until the last, like until he won the point. And then he's like celebrating like he won the whole damn thing. Everyone should fear Zverev. They should all be fearing Zverev. He is dangerous. He is scary if he's playing like that. Hey, DJ, thank you for the 34 months. Appreciate it. By the way, chat, before I forget, you've only got an hour and 41 minutes to claim day one prize. So make sure you sign up. Super easy. You just use your email. They'll send you a code. You put the code in, type your username, and then you can claim. Remember, if you claim all prizes. By the way, I just got confirmation as well that it doesn't matter who you are cheering for. It's not like it's not a prediction thing. So if you did pick Shelton to beat not to beat Zverev. If you did pick Shelton out of Zverev and Shelton and he lost, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not a prediction. So if you don't get it right, it doesn't matter. It's who you're cheering. They just want to know who you're cheering. It's nothing to do with if you get your prediction wrong, you're not everyone's in the running, no matter what. So you don't have to pick right. There's nothing like that. All right, it's nothing like that. So yeah, like today, I went Demonor and Shelton. It doesn't matter though because I'm still in the running, so it's fine. Yeah, it's not about results. Yeah. So sign up and make your picks before the end of the day. You've got an hour and 39 minutes. All right. That was good, but not the result we wanted. I just wanted 3 sets. Either match, just 3 sets. But we got a couple of tie breaks today, so that's pretty good. And like I said, Zverev was super impressive. He won't get credit because everyone's going to focus on Shelton's errors or Shelton making mistakes in the tiebreak. But Zverev, I mean, the cool, calm, calculated Zverev, that was impressive. You know, it won't get praise. You won't hear anyone talk about it. But the way Zverev served and the way and how calm he was throughout that entire match, that is scary. Zverev loses to Alcaraz. I'll tell you, if you've got the Alcaraz of today versus this Zverev, that's a 3-setter. Because I think Zverev's Alcaraz was a little bit he's a little bit error prone today. If we get those, and they can't play until the semis anyway, but if that's a semi-final and the Alcaraz we saw today takes on the Zverev we saw today, that's a good match. That's a close match. It could be tough for Alcaraz.
Thanks,
Dutchie.
come hi to Mia. Sleep well.
No worries. Thank you, Dutchie, for the donation. Mia's passed out. Zverev beat Alcaraz in Turin. Did he beat him last year? Yeah, in the group stage. Yeah, so Alcaraz, if he does, I mean, Zverev, we already knew that Sinner and Alcaraz were going to be the two favorites, but Zverev definitely is, after that performance, has got to be third favorite. And we'll see how Fritz looks tomorrow, see if he's in the mix. If he doesn't do well tomorrow, then maybe it's those three guys who are likely to win. But Zverev, after that very, very measured performance, he's got to be at least the favorite behind those two. Zverev versus Alcaraz usually delivers good matches, yeah. I mean, Zverev's going to play Sinner, so we're going to get to see that. And I'm excited to see. Hopefully we see it in the next match because Zverev, and there's no injury problem. I know he had the ankle issue, but he looked fine. Like he didn't struggle physically at all, Zverev. Zverev was excellent. His injuries have held him back at times. Yeah, he didn't look injured at all. Carlos would take it in 2? Maybe, but I mean Zverev, he was solid. No free points. Serving out of control. He was serving amazing. Yeah, exceptional. Like that's as good as if Zverev plays like that against everybody, it's going to be a hell of a week for him. By the way, Suzanne, Shanghai is still being processed, so you will get your prize. It's just that it hasn't quite been processed yet. Zverev beat Alcaraz in straight sets last year. Yeah, exactly. Zverev Sinner will go through from this group. Carlos will get one of the semis. Yeah. But it probably comes down to Musetti versus Fritz tomorrow. No worries, Suzanne. Yeah, so if Fritz beats Musetti and Musetti looks tired, because of course he would, because he played so much last week, then maybe Fritz gets through. But then if Musetti looks good, then maybe Musetti can continue his recent form. See you later, Leon. Zverev serve on this surface would be trouble for Alcaraz and Zverev, Alcaraz and Sinner. Yeah, well, that's what helped in Vienna, right? I mean, like the serving of Zverev was the reason why he pushed Sinner to the brink in that match, and then it was just the last game or two that he kind of faltered. But yeah, Zverev is serving like that. Everybody should watch out. Okay. Do you think both Fritz and Musetti will go through or not Carlos? And not Carlos? Nah, Alcaraz gets through. There's no way. He won't lose to Musetti and Fritz. There's no way. I think Alcaraz beats Musetti. And Alcaraz should beat Fritz. Carlos and Taylor in the Connors group, Sinner and Zverev in the Borg group. But I would like to see Sinner FAA match to get better sense of it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we're kind of I think after today and after today, it looks like Zverev, if Zverev is playing like that, he'll get through, even if he loses to Sinner. And we're guessing that Fritz will get through, but again, it comes down to Musetti match. But we also haven't seen Felix. Is FAA going to look amazing? Because if he can beat, if he can beat Zverev, then that'll obviously change things. But if Zverev plays like that, everybody should be worried. Yeah, so Sinner FAA tomorrow night. First match tomorrow is Fritz versus Musetti. Can Musetti beat Fritz? Yeah. For sure. Shelton and Demon / Musetti, definitely the weakest ones in their respective groups. Well, yeah. Well, Shelton's on debut, right? So it's a different format. It's a different, and also Shelton is he's like raw energy, that's how Shelton is right now. He's very when he hits an error, he goes for it. It's not going to be a weak error. He's going for power, right? Like Shelton's a little untamed. You know, he's a little wild when it comes to his game. Whereas I think, with De Minaur, he might just get overpowered by most of these guys or outclassed, as we saw today with Alcaraz. He's not refined. Yeah. Shelton's definitely still like a raw talent. Shelton's like 22, I think, right? 22? I'm pretty sure. I think. Yeah, 22. But some of like the decision making and some of the shot making and the shots that he like hits, you know, he goes for it. You know, and that's, you know, again, that's awesome. That's what got him in the top 5. But there's definitely like, I guess against a guy like Zverev today, you know, that's what the tiebreak, you know, he hit those 2 forehands where he, you know, maybe didn't need to go for the winner. He could have maybe played a little bit of a safer shot instead of trying to like smoke the winner to finish in style. You know, those are the things that, especially against the top guys, they're the ones, you know, they're the things that he's just got to like figure out, you know, when not to go for the spectacular shot or when to maybe just, you know, play a little bit more of a calculated point. But that'll, like, once he gets, I mean, once that works out, watch out. Shelton is like Keys when it comes to errors, unapologetically aggressive. Maybe, yeah, I mean, maybe. Shelton can beat FAA though. That could be fun. Would be a fun match. Shelton's got room for improvement. It's his first finals. Exactly. Ben needs to clean up his game some more. Yeah. But Ben isn't scary at all. Oh, isn't scared? Yeah, but that's the thing. Shelton doesn't fear these guys, which is a big thing for sure. FA had a buzz cut, it's catching on. Well, that ain't going to happen here. I ain't getting no buzz cut. This isn't Musetti's first finals either. This is Musetti's first finals. Curious to see how he plays after the Athens recovery. Yeah. I tell you, I'll be real bummed if he loses because of his. If he loses because of fatigue, I'm gonna be so annoyed for him because that sucks. Like, he plays Athens because he feels like he has to play to qualify. Well, he had to play to qualify, and he qualified anyway. I mean, if he doesn't have enough energy to play this week, that would be really a shame. Hopefully, he does put in. He does have. He isn't tired, because that would be a real bummer. Because then the matches won't be good, and that's not fun for anybody. He played too many tough matches in Athens. Well, yeah, that's it. He played 3 out of the 4 matches were like right down to the wire. So, yeah. Yep. It's the first day and it's already getting interesting. I know, right? It's awesome. Day 1 of the WTA finals was similar. It was just like, all of a sudden, like the first day, he just threw up all these things. We didn't get any upsets or anything today. So we didn't get like if we had like a 3-setter in the first match, it would have been kind of crazy. But yeah, no, it was a good start to the tournament. I think the match that we're all looking forward to now is Zverev versus Sinner, right? Like, that's the match that I'm keen to see. I'm really keen to see how that Zverev plays Sinner. I would rather have seen that Zverev play Alcaraz in the group stage. I think that would have been more fun in the group stage. But Zverev versus Sinner, that's going to be fun too. So tomorrow, like I said, we've got Fritz versus Musetti, and then we've got Auger-Aliassime taking on Sinner. So it's a day for the Italians tomorrow. And yeah, and then I'm not sure what happens after that. I don't know if it's like who plays who. But, so wait, hang on. So how does the schedule go then? Because Zverev everyone today gets a day off tomorrow, but then how are they going to play on Tuesday? Because some players are going to play 2 in a row. Right? Because the winners of tomorrow will then have to play. Are there going to be guys that get 2 days off and then some get 1 day off and some get 0? Is that going to happen? That can't happen. Maybe the schedule goes back to normal on. It's confusing. It's only because they wanted to give Musetti an extra day. Because they thought Djokovic was going to play and Musetti, so they were going to give them an extra day. So that's why they did it. I'm guessing tomorrow they'll do tomorrow, and then after that it will go back to like one group 1 day, so they can alternate. I hope, because it's really confusing. Because so tomorrow, the winner of tomorrow, let's say the winners play each other in the next match. The winners of tomorrow will then play. One of the groups will play the next day. So let's say it's Zverev and Sinner play. No, they won't do that. Or maybe they will. Zverev versus Sinner might be on Tuesday if they both win their first matches. Yeah, so yeah. It's kind of messed up because of Athens, yeah. Yeah. I mean, if they knew Djokovic wasn't going to play, they could have put Musetti on Monday, but they could have also put Alcaraz and de Minaur on Monday, and then Sinner could have played today. But because they thought Djokovic was going to play, they put both Djokovic and Musetti matches on Monday. Or Djokovic and Musetti because they didn't know Musetti was going to play or not, right? Because qualifying. Anyways, I don't know how they're going to do the schedule on Tuesday. Could be a bit weird. Djokovic messed up the schedule. Kind of, but not. It was kind of a combination, right? Because if Athens didn't count, then we would have known who was playing, and then we wouldn't have to have done any of this. It would have been a lot simpler if Felix qualified at Paris, because then we wouldn't have had to. They would have put Felix on yesterday or today against Sinner. So it's it's no one's fault. It's just a combination of things. Like, yeah, okay, if Djokovic pulled out a week ago, yeah, okay. But then also, if the race to the finals finished in Paris, then Musetti would have taken Djokovic's place on the Monday, tomorrow, and then Felix would have played today against Sinner. But they put Felix's match tomorrow as well to potentially give Musetti an extra day if he qualified, but he didn't, and then he did because he replaced Djokovic. It's a mess. But I don't know what they're going to do on day 3. We're just going to have to wait and see. But day 3, somebody's going to play 2 matches in a row. Two players are going to play 2 matches in a row, or 3. Yeah, a few players. Some players are going to play 2 in a row. Carlos's group is Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, so that means Fritz and Musetti will play 2 days in a row, right? You know what? We can already guess how it's going to go because of the scheduling. So they put Musetti and Fritz first tomorrow, and then they get 24 hours to play the next day. And then Sinner's match against FAA is the night session, so they'll give them Tuesday off and they'll come back Wednesday. So, yeah, it must be, Fritz and Musetti are playing 2 days in a row, but they're playing first tomorrow to give them as much time as possible for the next day. So that makes that would be the most logical, because there's no way Sinner plays tomorrow night and then plays the next day, or FAA. That would be crazy. So yeah, that's the way it would be. Have they announced that, or is that just? That seems fair. So Fritz Musetti in the daytime, and then they'll have to play. One of them will have to play less than 24 hours later, but the other one gets a night match. And I'm guessing the winner plays Alcaraz at night on Tuesday. And the loser will play de Minaur in the day. We'll wait till tomorrow. We'll figure it out. We'll find out tomorrow. Anyways, I'm out of here. thanks for sticking around. It's been a long day. The ATP Finals definitely feels longer because of the 5-hour match break in between. By the way, DJ, thank you for the 34 months. Appreciate that. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow for Fritz versus Musetti, and then we've got, of course, Sinner versus FAA. But Shelton, he had a chance to win that second set. He just couldn't clutch it. And Zverev wins in straights. 6-3, 7-6. And he will take on, I think, the winner of Sinner versus FAA. So we'll see what happens there. But I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 2. Bye.